Hey everyone, and welcome to a very, very special episode of the Fiends podcast. My name is Stevie Collier, and I am here with my host, Andy Peliquin. And for the first time in 500 episodes, or 500 subscribers, damn it, I was going to say I got it right for the first time, and I just tripped up.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what we're looking forward to this episode. Is just all kinds of stuff.
Honestly, that was not a joke. That was me seriously trying to get this correct.
I think we just need to accept it that you're probably never going to get that intro right, and then we stop trying to make it right and just have fun with it.
You know, it's because I keep trying to change it.
That's true. You do try to make it different every time.
Yeah. Wow. 502 subscribers. Andy, what do you think, man?
I think that's 501 more than I had before.
Wow. Already up to 6 people
insane.
Watching.
It's pretty insane.
It's oh man. So we got I need to go grab something real quick. I went ahead and I went the other half because Andy, what was the first one? We were gonna do Speedos or something.
That was never an option, Stevie.
Whose option was? Oh, that was mine.
That was you. That was just you wanting to get naked on the show.
Well, my first job calls for me being in a Speedo 24/7, so I just thought I wouldn't even have to put a shirt on, just coming over onto the show.
That is absolutely not the case.
No, Tony says he voted for it.
Tony, bad Tony.
Bad Tony. Everyone wants to see Andy in a Speedo. I would actually pay $1 for that.
It's like there's so much hair on the upper body. Like it's insane.
Does it like go into a goatee on your balls or something?
It does not.
Does it attach though? Would you say that
your
hair
from your face? Absolutely. Every inch of my body.
So your hair on your face attaches to your nuts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. I mean, oh, that's weird, Andy.
And we have our first...
Oh, shit. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right. So for those of you who are watching, this is the size of my drink. And this is what the poison of choice. I'll be drinking vodka tonic. So working on it, Rebecca. I had to mix it up on the show. So here we go. Totally empty except for ice.
Hey, Lisa, you gonna get on?
I do a heavy serving.
And if you guys want and you vote for it, I can force Lisa to come on the chat room with you guys.
That would be cool. Get her on the chat, inciting things.
Yeah, ask her any questions about the true life of Stevie Collier, who's actually a depressed, scared little boy during the day.
Yeah, Tony, that's exactly what it is. My daughter got these from Starbucks for her siblings. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Lisa, are you going to get on as totally an innuendo? You know what? You're right, Rebecca. Stevie,
damn.
Another one. And Regine.
What's she coming on? Oh, Regine,
3 drinks in the space of...
It's that family over there.
10 seconds.
I've got Victory Sour Monkey. It is my favorite beer in the world. 9% alcohol. 9%, yeah.
Wow. Is it like an IPA?
No, actually, it's a sour. It is a sour, and it's the thing is, it's dangerous because you can't taste the alcohol. It's covered up by that tangy flavor. What else was I gonna say? It's already gone to my brain.
I know. We're 10 seconds in. No, we're 4 minutes in, and we're doing all right.
Well, I did some pregame too because I mean I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I just have a high tolerance. Me and my brother share that. My dad has a very high tolerance, so before he stopped drinking, he could get up to like half a bottle of vodka a day, and it was just But I haven't seen my dad drink in 5+ years now, so let me get on Collier's Conquerors real quick and spread the news. Got to get everyone over here. This is a momentous 9 viewers already, guys. Thank you so much. I'm not the biggest, guys. Also, that's true. That's true.
Shit, I'm already quarter of the way done with this drink, and it's been all of 10 seconds.
10 seconds, Andy.
My wife knows exactly how likely it is that I'm going to walk out of this podcast drunk.
Are you I would think you'd be able to take a lot more.
Yes. Yeah, I can. And that's an innuendo right there. Before Rebecca calls that.
Okay, that's just proper English.
No. You can take a lot more alcohol. That's how you say things without your words being turned against us.
Son of a bitch.
Why do you think I chose my words so carefully, Stevie?
I love Jesus. Ha! You can't do anything with that. Hey, people. We are live for our, 500th?
Not 500 subscribers. We're on like episode 130 or something like that.
We getting turned up in here. I'm also 2% African American. Yeah, you can ask Lisa.
What?
So I'm allowed to say getting turned up in here? No, but I am 2% Native American, so I often have a calling to pick up arrows and smoke the peace pipe.
No racism, Stevie.
No racism.
I actually did the genetic test, and I think it's like all of the various white races, like the English and the Scottish and the French, like is pretty much as white as it's going to get.
You forgot Wookiee.
Well, that's a totally different thing. They haven't yet found the Wookiee DNA.
It's on Kashyyyk, man. They need to extend their saliva to Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Hey, people are alive.
What was both of those, Rebecca? You have to type them so that we know what we're drinking for.
Yeah, I need. And if Rebecca's hands are getting tired, just someone else post it. I like the GIF that I used for Colors Conquer. So in this video, I was thinking we could do a number of things. We could do a reaction video to Andy's and mine first episode, as well as what was the other? Oh, ask us any questions, stuff like that, and we can just get a little bit dirtier than usual, and nothing has to be book related. Is what I was thinking.
Okay, so number one, get a little bit dirtier than usual.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, son of a bit. How many do I?
And then you just drink every time I say drink. And
so
then
3 times.
Andy and Stevie's first video, you know exactly where that one's going.
Jesus Christ! Oh man, we don't even need Rebecca for some of these.
And that's another one right there, Stevie, right in line with Andy and Stevie's first video.
This is rough. Okay, I can taste the alcohol now. I lied. If you don't sip on it, you can taste it. No, okay, so the reason why I'm wearing glasses is, look.
That's pretty insane.
That's nasty.
That really is, Stevie.
Wow, it's the worst. So I had Japanese class the other day and yesterday, and the Japanese teacher, I swear to God, would not look me in the eye. Just scared, like that scared little Japanese woman thing, you know. But I got in trouble again in Japanese class. So have you ever like dozed off, but like with your eyes open, you're just so not paying attention, you're on another world. Oh, Jesus.
I feel like you need to stop talking for the rest of the podcast, Stevie.
That's so impossible.
Yeah. So what were you saying? If you're meditating on something with your eyes closed?
Yeah. So if your eyes are closed, so I just stared at her. I stared at her so hard. I don't know how you could turn that into one. I'll let Rebecca handle that one. Dude, Steven, how you doing, man? Good to see you. This isn't Steven Servant's first podcast, is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in the comments before, but that'll be cool.
Steven is now a fellow workout buddy. He's going to the gym, getting strong. We were talking today on Facebook. Oh, Rashawn's trying to get me. Were you called to talk to the teacher after class? No, I wasn't during the middle of class, but afterwards she fingered me over there.
Oh, dude, why? Why
did that on purpose?
Why would you do that to us?
She did do this finger thing, you know?
Drink.
And it's so rude. Because everybody knows why I'm getting called over there. And she told me 2 things. One, I'm asking, it was that I'm doing the homework in class. And And then I said, hey, I have these questions I want to ask. And she's like, no, they're too difficult. You know, you're going to scare away the other kids. So not really in trouble. I say trouble, but to me, anytime you're called out in class, I'll let Rebecca handle that one. Dang it. This is getting intense. I don't know if I bought enough beer for all of this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Um,
I'm already like halfway done with my first one, and I've only got another can of soda here before I have to go upstairs.
Next one, I'll take a shot. How about that one? Yeah. So if you leave everyone alone with me. Secrets.
So why don't we try to steer the podcast sort of back on track before we are way too drunk to actually talk about anything coherent? What cool stuff has happened to you this week, Stevie?
Oh, we actually have a outline. Well, actually, I do have some cool stuff. Steven, I do love scotch. The first time I tried it was at a wedding and got turned up so bad. But back in my early 20s, I didn't get sick from alcohol, so that was pretty fun. And I want to get back to scotch. But Andy, the cool thing that happened to me this week was, drum roll, please. The Jigsaw Blade was launched on audiobook today.
Oh, that's so cool. I listened to the Odd Fans prequel freebie one, and I really like the guy's voice. Like it's a great thing. It's not what I expected for a younger character. I was expecting a younger voice, which would mean a younger narrator, because it sounds a little bit more like someone in their 20s or 30s. But it was good, you know. It read really well.
Thank you. I mean, I know when we first started. So, fun fact, Andy steered me away from the first title, which was Finn Featherstone and the Bulbous Burglar. You said it was too, what is it? Allegorical?
Alliterative.
Alliterative, because it sounds like a kid's book. But the end of the book, there's a really funny ending, which I don't know. I think a lot of people would hate it, but I showed Lisa and she said, don't change anything. So I kept it, but I did change the title because I agreed with Andy. And it sounded like a Harry Potter book.
Or it sounded like terrible porn.
Ooh.
If you're going to do that, go put a shirt on, Stevie.
No, Andy, no. You're not my mom, are you? So cool thing that happened this week. The Jigsaw Blade is out. The bulbous what? All right, shot time. Hold up. Fun fact about me is I can shot anything. I can do vodka, tequila. Tequila is actually my favorite liquor, besides whiskey. But whiskey kills me in the morning. Now that I'm 27, I know that's not old, but I get really, really bad. Excuse me, hangovers. Come pie. Sorry.
Stevie, we're 13 minutes in and we're way too many drinks in. You've got to stop doing it on purpose because you do it enough on accident.
I know. But when you say come pie, you just can't not do it.
Well, then don't say it.
I can't help it. You guys know I'm doing Japanese. I'm almost 40, so I sip. Steven, that's a very excellent idea. I cannot sip except for this podcast because I know it's impossible.
You know, me neither. I hate warm alcohol. Like the idea that whatever I'm drinking gets warm is so repulsive to me. So I will like when I get a beer, I will down the whole thing real quickly so that it doesn't get warm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I do that because I'm an alcoholic. So,
well, that's
two means to the same end. Am I right? Am I right? Andy, I know you actually had a audiobook release too on the same day.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, that's so cool.
They released on the same day, man. Our books are like the same in new releases on Fantasy Epic.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna go check that out.
It's like we're touching tips.
No.
Look at my little. So I'm actually thinking about. So if we're getting back on track, what is the next step to getting back on track? I need help here, Andy.
For the podcast?
Hey, we didn't say that, Rebecca. We did not say open your throat. Well, I almost said it. I didn't say the T in the throat.
Stevie.
Yeah, so to getting back on track of the fantasy. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have pre-gamed. Whoa. Dude, what did it? Oh, man. Okay, they're not even listening to the podcast now. They're just looking for words. And
They don't really need to, Stevie.
yeah, they're not.
You're just giving them so many different things that they can use.
So what
to
verb
mess with
can I
us.
not use? Release?
Literally
Open?
anything. Don't say anything if you don't want to drink.
It's whoa. Damn it, my head. So I've been watching Battlestar Galactica. That is some good shit.
Okay.
Yeah, the new one. I actually thought it was really stupid at first, like the first 10 minutes, and then I was like, whoa. Now I'm all into it.
What's the new one?
The new, well, it's not super new, but it's not like old. Give me all the things we can.
The 2004 one?
Mm-hmm. Wait, I don't know. Battlestar Galactica is like Star Trek's and Star Wars' ugly cousin.
Yeah. Although the truth is that I watched Battlestar Galactica before I watched Star Trek or Star Wars. So that was sort of my introduction to the sci-fi genre.
Who does that, Andy? No one does that.
People raised in weird situations.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay, Andy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the most cringy thing you've ever done in your life?
The craziest thing?
The cringiest.
Oh, so many. I really can't think of any offhand. Like there have been so many that are cringy, but then I can't think of anything that would be easy to say without any kind of context. So I'd have to like go into a whole long explanation, and that would be no fun.
Yeah, I would say just like, oh man, I got one. Oh, it's so bad. So I used to take kung fu so seriously. Like martial arts was my life. I honestly wanted to open up like a kung fu, I don't know, it's not a dojo, a studio, whatever they call it. And I would wear my fucking kung fu suit everywhere to the mall and shit. Oh man, it's so bad. Oh, it's so cringy. Or I would like ask girls out and then just sit there, just waiting for an answer.
Yeah.
Oh, Ace sent me a picture. Actually, I think I might have it, and the screen works pretty well if I show it to you guys. Let me see. Okay, what's the one thing that makes you most mad, Andy?
The one thing that makes me most mad when people can do something to change their circumstances and don't.
Ooh, hi, Sonnet. God, that is rough. That is horrible. And they're just like doing that victim mentality hood shit.
Yep, exactly.
Andy, where's your boar spear? Oh,
oh, it's all the way over here.
What's a boar spear?
Boom.
Oh, that's that one. Is that a boar spear?
Yes, it is. That's what this cross guard here is for. So that the boar, once it's impaled on it, can't keep pushing forward, because that's what the boars do. They keep pushing forward to try and gore the spear wielder with their tusks.
That is rough.
Where is your boar spear? Fuck.
He got my ass. I know. He did that on purpose.
Dude, right there again, man.
Tony, you did that on purpose, man.
And then you had to go and say, got my ass.
Oh, shit. Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking baby sips, guys. These are real sips. I mean, okay, how dark can I go on this podcast?
Pretty dark, Stevie.
Okay, it's not horrible, but you see the monkey? It looks like he's spreading ass cheeks.
What monkey?
Look on the thing. It looks like he's spreading his ass cheeks.
What?
Yes, it does. Well, that's what's on my mind right now.
It's his tongue. He's sticking
where his hands are.
That's his eyes. He's covering his eyes.
Oh, I understand.
It's like
see your imagination. Use your imagination, like I do in Japanese class whenever I zone out. And I'm just like, Tamaka sensei.
That's not really an innuendo. That's just a straight up shit Stevie says. That's why the podcast is called Shit Stevie Says.
Stick it in the boar meat. Wait, why do I got to take another drink?
Yeah, that's not really one.
Oops.
So let's see. Something cool that happened for me this week, I would say, is I finished the rough draft of the sci-fi story I'm working on. It clocked in at 70,000 words. Now I'm working on finishing the final round of edits before sending it off to beta readers. It'll probably end up around 80,000 words, but I'm very happy with how the story came out. It's this fascinating look at this badass sort of former sniper turned government hitman, but then stop playing with your muscles, Stevie.
I didn't know you were watching.
There is literally two things on the screen, two objects visible on the screen.
You're usually on Google and you fucking know it.
What? Never.
You are.
I only Google things when you ask a question. not when I'm talking.
So that's why I always thought how happy hit. Thanks a lot, Andy.
I think I said how happy the story came out. I'm pretty sure I made that one clear because I'm very conscious. No, stop playing with your muscles, plural. Doesn't count.
Terry Crews, man.
Yes, Terry.
And I actually got permission from Lisa to do this. So I asked her multiple times. It looks like I'm cross-eyed because the blood.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Fuck you, dude. I'm putting my glasses down now. It looks like I'm going.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been thinking every time you take them off.
I'm not doing it anymore. Thank you, Andy, for making me self-conscious. I have to go to school like this.
Hopefully,
no, but I wanted to say, I'm not just blowing smoke up. Yeah.
in your general direction.
In your general direction. His inner macho man. Macho. That was actually my favorite song when I was a kid. Macho Man. Have you heard that, Andy?
Of course. Everyone's heard that one.
And then I learned that they were homosexual, and then I was like, who cares? It's still my favorite song. Anyway, what was I saying?
Exactly. We're both already kind of slurring our words and having a hard time thinking of what to say. But back to the
I'm trying to keep it mature because I do have to deal with Lisa at the end.
I know. I'm so glad my wife is out of the house. My son's off at tutoring. She's across the city. I've got time to recuperate after drinking two of these big things.
Dang, man. What was I saying, though?
No, I was saying something. I was talking about my story.
Oh, what I was going to say is, so not blowing smoke and having a hard time. Yeah, damn it. Rebecca's just tricking us now.
She is quite adept at these.
Okay, the English language is riddled with innuendos.
Absolutely. It is the worst for innuendos because everything, thanks to the modern society, can literally be turned into an innuendo.
We should so here's some options. So there's a lot of fun things that we could real quick before I do move on was Andy. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it mature, all right, as mature as I can. Okay. So if you haven't read Andy's, Andy posted his first 2 chapters, I believe, in Cerberus, right?
3, yeah.
And if you go read it, in my opinion, it's his best. It's his best work yet, in my opinion. I just think I don't know why, Andy. It just captured me in a different way. It might be just because I prefer sci-fi, reading sci-fi, but it takes a lot, and I've told you this before, it takes a lot for me to just be to want to keep reading a book, and that gave me that feeling. So, well,
it was written in that style, in the sense of it throws a lot of really interesting things at you in a very short amount of time. And then the fact that, we're dealing with a sniper, which is something that most of us do find kind of interesting, no matter who we are. We do sort of have a fascination for that side of life, the military, the violent. And so being able to explore that has been fascinating. I've gotten a lot of really good insight from an actual person who served as a sniper. and it's been so interesting writing these characters, but then also dealing with all aspects of him. There's the facet of the sniper, the badass, right? He's got all kinds of crazy technology. He's got a combat suit that's got wings. It's got like boot engines, kind of like, Tony Stark's suit. But then he's also got anti-gravity thrusters in the boots. So he basically ice skates across the rooftops of the city because he's got his boots are a couple of centimeters off the ground. And so all he has to do is just kind of move forward. And it's like he's ice skating. So it's this really fun way of playing with technology that I would never be able to use in fantasy. And then he is a former drug addict, which comes with all of its complications. And he takes it's called Blitz, and it's basically MDMA meets
what is MDMA?
Molly, ecstasy.
Oh, that's good shit. Not that I know because I wasn't cool in college, but yeah.
So it's MDMA mixed with sort of like marijuana's, relaxing opioid effects. And it's highly addictive to the point where the girl that he's helping to detox, she'll die if she stops taking it because her body's become reliant on it. But because of organ damage, she will die if she continues to take it. So it's this thing where basically she's got to go through this ridiculous detox thing. He calls it Hell Week, which is a thing from military training where Stevie just walks off in the middle of me talking. How rude is that?
I'm listening.
It's okay. I get it. So she's basically got a detox to stay alive, but the detox could kill her just as much. So he's sort of worried about her helping her detox at the same time. He's got a mission. He's got gangs who are shooting up his place. He's got all kinds of stuff to deal with. So basically it's just this hella fun, nonstop ride of action. He kicks ass all kinds of places in the city. Stevie just got up crotch first too. I know.
I didn't say it though, but you just said it.
No, because if I repeat something Rebecca says, it's not a thing.
Oh, okay. So she can't trick us anymore.
She cannot trick us. He opens another beer. But so it's this really interesting thing about you go from this badass guy who's sort of at the pinnacle of his awesomeness because he's got this AI chip in his brain that controls the combat suit, which is both heavy armor and it's his legs and technology and gets him around. And then he nonstop ride of action.
Yeah, that's a lot. Hey, it's not just me, boy. It's not just me.
Out of the 20 times that we've had to drink, this has been one.
They're not even listening to you. They're just looking for these innuendos.
I know. But then as soon as he steps out of the combat suit, he is a paraplegic. And so he's literally sitting in a wheelchair, which is such a fun dynamic to explore because anytime I want to throw some stakes at him, get him out of the suit for whatever reason, and then see how he survives or how he fights in a wheelchair, or he's trying to save the girl's life and he literally cannot give her CPR because he can't get that angle to apply the chest compressions.
Oh.
So it's this really interesting dichotomy of the character, and very similar to sort of the Hunter's, two sides, but it's a different sort of thing than I got to write with the Hunter. Very similar character type in the sense of badass, of his powers, highly capable. Instead of magic and stuff, he's got tech, but he's an absolutely fascinating character, and so I'm really getting to have fun with it. And you know what show has kind of given me ideas for the story? Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, don't get me started on that one, man. That's what got me to fall in love with anime in the first place.
So the show overall, fine. There were some great episodes, there were some not great episodes, but there were a few moments in the show that were really interesting. There was this one where what's his name? It's Spike, right?
Spike is the main guy.
Spike, he goes back to whatever planet he came from where, he was part of the mafia or whatever. And he visits some of his old haunts and he sees some of the people who were there when he was, raised on the streets or living in an orphanage. And it brings back a lot of his past without actually getting into his past. There's the people that he coexisted with in the past. So it brings, it's sort of a reminder of who he was before. And And so getting to play with that, like the next book after he's, just done all this badass stuff, he nearly relapses. He's literally got the drugs hovering above his arm about to inject himself, and something happens to stop him. And so having that very, very close call, he's going to go back to the sort of the place where he grew up, and he's going to have that guilt, whether he left someone behind or he owes someone his life or something like that. So there's going to be that sense of the indebtedness, like you got that with Spike when he goes to that one shopkeeper woman, and that was the part that really stuck with me, that I really liked. And so there's a little bit of that about that vibe, not so much the Western feel of it all, but there were some elements of there that I really liked, and so I'm going to put it into the book, and I'm excited about that.
Did you finish the series?
Yeah.
But you finished your book, though.
The book one of what's going to be 10 or 12.
Oh, yeah. Wow. But yeah, and you know what also is a cool thing, Andy, is that you actually kept it under 100,000 words, which was actually I have a meeting with Jonathan tomorrow because I'm having trouble keeping it under 100,000 words. Seriously, it's very difficult. Everybody probably would have thought it was you. Wait, I'm pointing at you that would have the problem. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't use a shot glass?
Dude.
It's just pouring gas.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like, so I got to write this line, pray and spray. It is a gaming term or a military term where it's basically just shoot your clip, empty your magazine at the enemy without any. I said clip. I took it away from.
Okay. All right.
I made sure to steer it away from innuendo.
I heard dick, but okay. No.
See, if I'd have said shoot your load, then that would have been bad. But because I said shoot your clip, it's gun magazine, blah blah blah.
Using as an example, we still
you can't turn pray and spray into an innuendo for us to drink, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's not an innuendo one, it's a military or a gaming term. But yeah, Angel. Oh, you hear what you want to hear, young lady.
Oh man.
And so it's been really fun it's been really fun playing with a lot of the sci-fi tropes. And yes, I know exactly what that means, but that doesn't count.
Jesus.
Fine, we'll drink because I've got a fresh drink.
How much did you put in there?
1 can of tonic and 1 shot-ish of vodka.
1 can of vodka.
Yeah. But so I finished the story, the book 1. Now I'm finishing the first draft, compile, and then I will get to work. I got to finish the last march. I've got to work on the reader magnet, the short story.
Yeah. And
then I will outline the rest of the series.
So I think the question everyone's asking, and by everyone I mean everyone here, and is that are you still excited to finish off the story? Because I know you wanted a new break with sci-fi. So I know you were having trouble. Did you ever solve that issue with the never mind, sorry.
With the last march?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
That's gonna be tough.
Well, so it's the whole thing is that everybody has to die at the end. That's the whole thing from the beginning of from the first time the battle's mentioned. It says the last march of the 9th Company where everybody died except for one person, right? So I've got to write an ending for all of these characters that I've introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Each of those endings have to have meaning somehow. They've got to have an impact on the character somehow. So it's going to take a lot of emotional investment into each of these deaths, into each sitting in a scenario and situation to make sure that they have that sort of emotional payoff, whether it's they're making the main character really, really sad or guilty or whatever, or a positive emotion in the sense of they just helped saved our lives. And it's always trying to make it realistic. So right now, the soldiers, they brought there's one mountain pass that leads from the enemy land to the good guys land, or to the main character's land. They just brought down the cliffs around it, right? So the enemy's blocked off. They're digging through the rubble, but there's thousands of enemy. Thousands of enemies.
Oh Jesus!
we didn't
power bottom for real.
I absolutely did not.
Oh,
that was a response to Rebecca's question.
My favorite position, it is, you know what? Haha, that is funny, but don't get me started. No, they are trying to go for the weak link here. They're trying to give me the talk, and I'm not gonna mess with it. Nope.
Yeah. So it's been difficult trying to come up with how to keep the enemy back far enough that they don't immediately overwhelm the main character's current position. But then,
wow, he's
Joe. Well done, man.
Joe,
we owe a drink to that.
I will, because that's Joe's first one, and of course, at the first time Joe comments on our podcast, it's one of the best.
Yeah. When we bring Joe down to our level of immaturity, that is a real moment of awesome.
We have power now.
Yeah. So anyways, right now the characters, they're marching. They've reached the top. It's basically the top of the mountain is the midway point, and the enemy is behind them maybe half a day. Yeah. So now they've got to run or haul ass all the way down the rest of the hill, which is like 100 miles. No, not 100, like 50 miles, 40 miles. But the enemy's only a day or half a day behind him. So it means the enemy's going to catch up pretty quickly, and it's going to be that brutal fighting retreat that it's like there's always constant contact with the enemy, and there's always characters dying. And so it is going to be difficult. But I came up with something that I think will work. And as soon as I've sort of finished this palate cleanser of the sci-fi story, I will get back to work on it. And I am feeling better about what I have left to do. So. I've got until kind of the middle of next month to make it, to finish the story. So
you've got plenty of time for that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
No, that can't be used, can it?
What?
Fingers crossed.
No, that can't.
Okay. So, Andy, would it be possible to look at an old episode of the Fantasy Fiends podcast on air?
I don't know if there's a way. Oh yeah, there is a share screen things. Let's see.
If we get started at the same time, then I could just watch on my own screen. I know Lisa was watching it at the gym, and I saw myself, and I thought I was going to look more attractive, but I was wrong. It's not good. I look seriously like I'm a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, you really did look a whole lot younger back then.
Oh my God, dude. Why didn't I have a beard? Was I just like trying to not? Okay. And I put Boba Fett in the background. Oh my God. Oh, it hurts so bad. That's actually when I lived at my parents' house. You can see like, are you sharing?
I'm trying to.
Okay.
It's just having a little bit of difficult. Oh, let me see if I can share.
I'll put the link in the
Here we go. Can you see it? Look at this. Look at this little fresh faced little punk.
Fiends podcast where we talk about everything fantastic. Oh, I can hear it. You love.
Yeah.
Today, our hosts and our guest authors are ourselves.
You know what's funny is how like you had no idea what you were doing back then, so you were like, so this is us, and now you start just like full steam ahead, screw up the intro every time, but at least you're a lot more dynamic about it.
I got it right in the first one though. I don't understand.
Yeah, there was no touchstone, like there was no way for us to know you had done it wrong yet.
It was even pretty clever because I was like, and I even knew we were going to have a guest author. Just how organized were we?
Not we. That was me. I knew. I had already written up the document for the show format.
So we have Andy Heliquin here.
How's it going, Stevie? Yeah. This is our first episode, so as you know, things are a little bit, getting off to a start. As we go, we're going to become super professional, and it will just be
that last part.
Yeah, it's funny that. It's funny that we decided we were definitely going to become very professional, and look at us now, 100 and some episodes later, drinking on the Fantasy Fiends podcast.
As we move on, we will become more professional.
Because I this kind of stuff too.
Absolutely, I love doing the research because I need to understand the character in order to write them. For example, right now I'm
same old Andy.
The fourth book in the Last Bucellari series. It was still called The Last Bucellari, and it was the fourth book.
Oh,
that's like 16 books ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
How insane is that?
That's fascinating. Yeah, I remember that. That's why I get so confused with the name. It's what is it now?
Hero of Darkness.
Hero of Darkness. That's right. You moved. So that'll be me with the 4 territories, probably, huh?
Yeah.
It's about an orphan boy who just can't seem to hold on to someone he cares about. They just keep dying off, and then he's plunged with this dark thing inside of him.
Dark thing inside of him, huh?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Stevie fucking us over from 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, monkey. You big cat.
Angel, this one is water. This one is vodka.
His is verified too because I saw the vodka bottle.
What are we drinking about, Rebecca?
I can't see with the monkey in the way. Okay, I think we're good with that. Wait, that was pretty cool that you actually pulled up the screen with both of us on the right or left or whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We could do more stuff like this.
That's the level of technology you're dealing with, Stevie.
Dude, you're so technological. You really are a sci-fi author.
Absolutely.
So I was thinking for the last bit of the podcast, we could answer questions. And I also had this idea of like bringing on.
We already drank for that one, Rebecca.
Yeah, we did. We caught that right away. And of course, it came from Andy's mouth.
And now we have to drink again, Stevie.
Oh, dang it. God. That is not just me. That is just the English language. Yeah, it was lag on my part. Okay. So I was thinking for the last part of the podcast, Andy, what do you think about having maybe we have whoever wants to come on air with us for like 2 to 3 minutes and then we change out?
Sure.
That'd be difficult.
Well, how do we get them the link?
I thought you could send it to him.
All right, let me see if I can do this.
Would anybody be interested in coming on air real quick for a couple minutes?
There we go. If anybody wants to get on, just click that link.
Sweet. Yeah. Let's chat. Dang it. Facebook notifications. Get out of here. Okay. Also, I'm doing a live reading of the Jigsaw Blade at some point. Apparently I just got moved to an 11 o'clock slot, which that is freaking late.
We'll drink to that. But that's Rebecca. This is a pity drink.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Rebecca, do better. Just kidding.
Step it up, Rebecca.
Don't do better. So, and also, if nobody wants to, did I say that?
No one said quickies until Kelly did, and someone jumped on it. So we're good. We're safe, Stevie.
What? It's already to the. Wait, Lisa, where are you right now?
She's calling in, watching from the UK.
Oh, nice.
I believe.
Can jump on now. I might be doing this reading. What this stops at 8:30, right, Andy?
Yep. I mean, we can continue dragging this on and getting drunker and drunker until you've got to go do your live reading. It's for the Fantasy Focus event. Yeah,
it's some kind of. Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, a quick pitch for those who are not yet members of Fantasy Focus, pop over there to the group and join in, because it's a nice, awesomely active, growing group, and they run giveaways and cool stuff all the time. So it's a great group to join. Also, the Indie Fantasy Addicts, where you will interact with Angel. Say no more. That's all I'm going to say out there. Let's see what she has to say to that.
Yeah, I do have to do this. I did notice that I was going to do this live reading after doing this podcast, which was like, oh my God.
I know. I'm so glad that literally I don't have to do anything that involves the brain. I might have to go cook dinner, but I can throw something together.
I still have to write.
Oh, yeah. That's going to work out great.
It's going to be fun. Actually, I can do it, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that happens.
So with my book, I actually just got to 22,000 words in it, and I just had to read over 10,000 words of it to check out, because I'm sending these 10,000 words to Jonathan Yanez just to make sure it's kid friendly, I guess.
Really?
And I had to fix a lot of stuff to make sure that it wasn't too much, but it is really funny. It's really funny. It's like Star-Lord is I don't know who I'd mix him with, but it's not Star-Lord. He's not as, I don't like the word stupid. He's not stupid, but not saying Star-Lord is stupid, but it is like a Star-Lord, because he has to take these assimilation classes to become more human, so it's like jokes about him learning about dubstep and westerns and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to create a character that's not from Earth, but I chose mostly America. So he's like taking these assimilation courses from America. So
interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. So in the Bizarre Blades, I created probably one of my most riskier names that came from the series. So after book 1, you will start getting into more riskier jokes that I create for the series, enough that I think it would put off some people. And one of them is I name one of the C's in the on the map Hepatitis C. So
of course
that's what Angel's talking about.
I'm sure Jonathan will curb those particular creative instincts.
Yeah, he might push those away.
Almost certainly.
So, but anyway, what else do we want to talk about today? I was expecting more questions.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's actually a good question. What's my favorite character from the Bizarre Blade series? Easily Ace Whetstone. Ace Whetstone is I would say a version of me that's just pushed to where I would want to be if everything in the world was 100% perfect. If I just if I just cared nothing about anything else, I would probably be more like an Ace Whetstone. Ace Whetstone. So Ace Whetstone is probably my favorite. He was by far the easiest to write. And I learned that with Jonathan Yanez's series, he said I couldn't take that character and move him over to my own. So while writing this new series, I thought it was going to be Ace Whetstone, but in a sci-fi world. But my gut just said, no, you can't do this. You have to keep it for yourself. And not that I'm being greedy and that I'm going to give Jonathan anything less. It's just, I know that after this series, it will be over. So I kept Ace Whetstone for myself. Also, it is a riskier character because in his mind, he has no flaws. And I think that's going to be a very difficult thing to portray as a character in a book because, every character has to have a flaw, which helps with building a story. So with Ace Whetstone in a sci-fi book, having his own book, I'm going to have to figure out a way to create a flaw for someone who doesn't think he has any, which could probably be his flaw.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I didn't want to play with that, though, with under someone else's storyline. I didn't feel like it was very respectable. I didn't think it was going to go very well. But Ace Whetstone is by far my favorite.
Here's another one for you.
Exactly, yeah.
Oops.
What did it say? Can
Yeah.
we have anything for the 4 territories in the future? I think so, yeah. I think so. Whenever I do a re-release of the 4 territories, I would I'll probably take book 3 in the Dark Assassins series and make it its own series. I wasn't too pleased with how the 5th territory came out, even though it was excellent, in my opinion. I would the 4 territories was my first book, so I had no thoughts on future books. I thought writing a novel is a huge achievement. So I thought I was going to end with the 4 territories. So the 4 territories ends and you can stop reading. If I had to rewrite it all over again, the 4 territories would end with the ending of the story plus a big cliffhanger, with premeditated thought on how I could increase this series into a 6-book series minimum. Oh, dang it. So that's how I'd answer that question. I cannot leave Esh alone. So Esh will be back at some point. It'll most likely be sometime in the future. And then you got to think, with being as an indie author, the cool thing is you can keep taking books off Amazon and re-releasing them to an extent. And so you could always be upgrading your material and making a better product, in my opinion. So yeah, I can't leave Esh alone. It's too cool of a character with the Wisp. And but if you like the 4 territories, I highly suggest you go pick up a copy of the Jigsaw Blade, because it is just better writing in general. And it's not even subjective. I think it's just objective. It's just, that's how it is. I became a much better writer. I can't. Andy, what do you think about Rebecca's new one?
I already drank for that, so you got to drink. Speaking of going back to things, I'm actually thinking that once I finish this,
I have to, man. It's making me fall asleep. It's like,
oh, you walked right into that one, Stevie.
Did I say poor kid?
You said this. You can't leave Esh alone.
Oh, Spartacus.
So I am thinking once I finish the last March, I will start working on the future Hunter books. Just because those are always fun and it's a storyline that I've wanted to get back to. I was thinking of putting it on hold till I finish the Shattered Empire, which would build a lot more of the backstory of the Sereni, of the magic, of the War of Gods, of other stuff. But now that I have realized that you know, the creative is just as important as the business side of things, a part of me feels like I will be able to enjoy working on the Hero of Darkness books more. So I've already got plans for the Hunter to interact with the Silent Champions. He's going to go to their continent in search of something that I have actually established as very, very relevant to his thing. He's going to interact with the Heirs of Destiny. He's going to find a way to work with the Night Guild. There's going to be all of that. And then there will be a lot more things set up for details that will come into, that will be mentioned or brought up or examined in the Shattered Empire when I get around to writing it. So instead of writing the Shattered Empire and then the Hunter, I'll work on the Hunter and then go to the Shattered Empire.
So do you think, is that for a business decision? Or is that just for fun?
It's a bit of both. So going sci-fi is definitely part of a business decision, or part business decision, in the sense that it's a genre that sells well, hopefully will sell well. And it's something I'm really enjoying writing. It's a new story that I get to play around with. It's a new character, a new world. It's sort of a breath of fresh air. And once I get, 10 or 12 books written, hopefully it should make really good money. But being able to go back to the Hero of Darkness series is also a business decision, in the sense that it's still my best-selling series. So having another It's definitely going to be at least 5 books, as many as 8 more, depending on how the storyline goes.
I got you.
So being able to go and revisit that and finish that storyline, sort of the second story arc that closes things up that were opened in Darkblade Savior. They were kind of left open-ended, which Rebecca is going to turn into innuendo, so we're just going to drink preemptively.
What was it? What'd you say?
Open-ended.
That is okay. 10 my time.
So it's going to be good. That's what I'm going to start working on as soon as I finish the last March. Write the reader magnet for this new sci-fi series. Start building a newsletter list before the end of the year for a mid 2020 launch. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to try to start, rapid releasing at least the first 3 to 4 books in the series, no later than June 2020. That's the idea that I have in the back of my brain. And hopefully I could have 5 or 6 books written by then, because these books are shorter and it's great. It is amazing to be able to write short stuff. This book is 70,000 words and it was written slowly because I was world building as I was writing it. So I wanted to, develop things out as I was crafting this world. Now that I have a bit more, I can play around with the storyline a lot more. Because I know I have a lot of things established, so it's great to have that framework to build off of. So it's going to be interesting. Thank you, Stephen. I hope you enjoy my books. There are currently 16 books on Audible of mine.
16?
16.
Holy crap. I'm not being rude. I'm going to get an energy drink.
So. Yeah. So all 6 books, or no, all 7 books of the Hero of Darkness series are there. The 3 Queen of Thieves books, Traitor's Fate, Disturbed Not Damaged, and then the first 3 of the Heirs of Destiny, and then the Reader Magnet is on Odd Fans. So there are lots of audiobooks to keep you entertained, Stephen. Hopefully you will enjoy them as much as I enjoyed writing them.
Ow, fudge. I keep talking to me with Stephen. Steven Servin.
Yeah.
Andy, what's your favorite position?
My favorite position? Probably CEO.
What?
CEO. Boom.
Oh, okay. You want to play that game?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I roll. Yeah, Rebecca's exactly what I was thinking. Oops, wrong one.
Fuck. What is that?
You said fuck and changed it to fudge.
Oh.
Seal? Who said seal? What?
This is harder than I thought it was gonna. Oh, dang it! No,
more difficult.
So Sour Monkey should not be drank that quickly. 9.8% alcohol. I'm hurting over here, Andy. I think everyone can tell we're just like,
Yeah, this is what Kelly said. I keep getting the titles of my books wrong. I don't think I've gotten them wrong. I've just had to take a moment to remember them.
So I remember writing Prisoner of Azkaban, and it was so fun.
Look at this, Stevie. This is exactly how every single podcast goes. This one here. Andy is trying to be so good and pick his words, and then there's Stevie. Oh,
that's so true. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't do anymore.
There you go again, right there, Stevie.
What did I say?
I can't do anymore.
Oh, fuck. This is all I have left of a 6-pack, okay?
No way. You finished a whole 6-pack over the course of this show?
Yeah, I might be in trouble. So.
Then we should absolutely sign off before things get any worse.
Probably, but we have to have one last big thing. You need to try real ale brewing. And I agree. There's so many Texas brewers out there, though.
We already drank for that one, Rebecca. I think I can't remember anymore.
I'm so.
One last big thing. There you go, Stevie. Finish your drink over that one, then sign off the podcast.
Real quick though, we didn't get one fudging question. I want a question.
Oh shit! Did I say disturbed, not damaged? Different, not damaged. Oh man, that is absolutely. That is a sign that things are bad. So we need to. Oh, that's going to be hilarious watching Stevie's live read. I'm going to go watch that.
Honestly, she's not she left the room. I'm in trouble.
Lisa's going to give you shit for this.
Oh, I don't know. It's just because. So before the podcast, I wasn't supposed to drink all 6, but I did. Oops.
I think you just need to tell Lisa, look, this is Rebecca's fault.
I think you're gonna say
Tony and everybody else who piled on.
They're gonna say no, she's cool. But I thought you seriously were gonna say, you know what, Lisa, I'm a man. That guy's
did you ever see the Key and Peele episode? And then I said, bitch.
No, what is that?
It's so funny. So it's basically these two guys. They're hanging out. Oh, I think let's see if I can find it.
We should do that. Oh God, guys, I feel it, man.
Let's see if I can.
Key and Peele is the shiznai.
Here we go.
I'm gonna turn my. Sorry, guys, if y'all hear. I'm gonna turn off the mic until reaction. Okay.
Let's see if I can find this.
I want to hear that.
I
said fucking with a G. I am hanging out now.
Here we go.
Put that shit on full screen, my dog.
Working on it. It's loading. Here we go.
Can you turn it up?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good time now. Have fun. Dude, I am sorry we're late, man.
It happens, man.
And she talk about how we're supposed to be in the car at 6:45. I'm like, all right.
Uh-oh.
Tell me my dumb ass ain't sitting in the car waiting until 7:15. Okay, when I track my wife down 20 minutes later, she's sniffing out the damn shower talking about, can I help you?
See, that's crazy right there.
Craig, I looked this woman in the eye. I said, bitch.
So basically the whole episode is these guys like escalating these things that they say that to their wives, and every time they look around more, like in one time they're sitting in a tree branch and they're like, and then I said bitch. That's exactly how it works. So that's how it goes with Lisa. It's how it goes with my wife too. For those of you who haven't yet seen it, do go and watch this episode. It's a short YouTube video. It's 4 minutes long. I think it's the only one or one of two, but it is just such a great sketch. It's exactly how the usual relationship between men and their wives work. Is that it's very clear who has all the power.
Hey, I gotta go on real quick. Hold on. Hold up. Well, this one's pretty dirty, but it's by Key and Peele as well.
We're not exactly doing this to hang out on YouTube and stuff.
Dude, I could do this all night. All right, if you don't fucking want to do it, put up your fists.
There we go.
Fists. Oh fuck. Well, I'm out, and I should not have drank that much, guys.
So we'll do this again, maybe at like 2,000 or something, just so that we don't do this too often.
We should do it every 100 subscribers, man.
You're not a good actor, Stevie.
Honestly, it wasn't that hard to do it like that professionally. I mean,
all right, now sign off.
I don't want to say goodbye.
Well, I'm out of drink, so.
Well, just drink the bottle.
No.
Okay.
I am somewhat of a classy man.
Well, real quick, I'm going to give everybody 20 seconds 10 seconds. No, 20 seconds. Just ask one question, rapid question, anything you want. 20 seconds. Go. 20 seconds. Anything. I want to answer some questions, Andy. My ass.
All
Favorite
right.
band, Chiodos. Andy, what's your favorite band?
My favorite band is probably Five Finger Death Punch or The Who.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Not The Who that you know. It's The Who, the Mongolian throat singing death metal band.
Where are you looking for those questions?
What questions, Rebecca? I've tried to catch every single one of the questions.
Okay. Well, that was pretty good. I like those questions. Well, guys, I hope this was everything that you wanted it. I had a freaking blast. I am about to go eat some Thai food so I can destroy the toilet with both beer and Thai food. Andy, anything else you want to report before we go to our regularly program? Oh my God. Regular program.
Regularly scheduled program is what Stevie was trying to say. Yeah, we've got Amber Morant, whatever.
Oh,
However
I thought you were saying moron.
Now we've got her coming on on Thursday night, when we will be sober.
I don't want to say goodbye.
Say goodbye, Stevie.
What, Andy? Should I wear a shirt during my reading?
You absolutely should.
Oh,
The people in Fantasy Focus don't know you as well as the rest
a
of
bunch
them.
of old people.
No, not old people. They just don't know you.
Well, okay. Well, wouldn't they want to see a young spracking? What's the word? Spacking.
Never is that going to be a word.
A young sapping young man. What is
strapping?
Young strapping. Young strapping young man. One young. What's the word?
Strapping.
I'm Andy Peliquin. Hey, for 10 seconds, let's be each other. I'm Andy Peliquin. I like the dictionary.
Deeper voice.
Okay. I'm Andy Peliquin. I like the dictionary.
I've got to work a little harder on my Stevie impression, but I will.
You just need to I don't know. Okay. Well, that is it. Guys, I tried to make this video longer for you guys. I really did, but Andy's got to fucking go. Okay. He's got to go buy more vodka. Okay. That is it.
This was a lot fuller when we started this podcast.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I thought I was a hard. Wow. I thought I was a hard. I don't have any more drink anymore, guys. So like a quickie.
Everybody go watch Stevie do a live reading of some book. Who knows what he's going to pull up in the Fantasy Focus group.
I have nothing prepared, so please come watch me just for like pity. So I am doing a live reading at 9:00 on Fantasy Focus. Hope to see you guys there. I am doing one of the more, man, this sounds so fucking immature, but the more sexual ones that I have. So come check it out. And because I really just don't care anymore, because I've had, honestly, too much. This is my cat's butthole. I hope you have a wonderful day. Or wait, days already. Andy, please help me. This is
everybody. Stevie, stop talking now. Thank you so much for watching, for getting us drunk. For those of you who are not watching this live and who have subscribed to our podcast at a later date, Stevie, get your cat's butthole out of the camera. I never thought that I would be on a podcast where I had to say that. For those of you who are watching it later, we apologize for all of this nonsense, but it's been a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you guys stick around a few more years and more subscribers. Have an awesome night. See you on Thursday for our regularly scheduled program.
You all have a great night. I'll see you guys at the reading. Pray for me.